What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to MemeGC. Now, today is our final MemeGC before Christmas, and I wanted to show off a really cool team for our final episode before Christmas. And this team right here is the team that just won your Players Cup 2. So, congratulations to Wolfey Glick for winning the Players Cup 2. It was a very hard fought tournament. He got in losers bracket somewhat early, but fought his way all the way back up to winners, reset the bracket, and then took it in a decisive 2-0 and 2-0 set in the finals. So really good playing out of him, and this is the team he used to do it, and so I wanted to show that off today. So if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We are now on our way to 300 subscribers. We just got 200. We met our goal for this year, and we're slowly making our way towards 300. It'd be nice to get 500 by the end of next year. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But make sure you go ahead and click that bell and also share with your friends. Word of mouth is probably the best way we can do this right now, just where we're still so small. But so let's take a look at this team, right? So we've got Dragapult and Coalossal, which has been around for forever, right? The Surf into Weakness Policy Steam Engine, it's been around a very long time, but that doesn't mean that it's not threatening. It's still very strong and can deal with a lot of things. And the Dragapult set is actually quite interesting, having Breaking Swipe and Will-O-Wisp, as well as Light Screen and Surf. So Breaking Swipe, of course, acts as an Intimidate. It's a Dragon type move that lowers both of the attack stats. Will-O-Wisp, of course, Burning, which will cut the attack in half. Light Screen to help on the special side, and then Surf to activate the Weakness Policy and Steam Engine. We also have a Water type Urshifu, and the Aqua Jet coming off of that will also activate Steam Engine Weakness Policy. So we've got a couple options as far as that goes. And this thing is Focus Sash to allow it to take any kind of big hit, especially in Max Airstream. Very common to see that. I've got a Rillaboom, and this is a G-Max Rillaboom, and it does a lot of damage and can definitely be very scary. We've got the Intimidate on this Incineroar here. Very bulky boy, lives forever, carries Taunt for things like Trick Room, which is really awesome. Flare Blitz, of course, hitting really hard as well. And then Moltres. Now, this is not a Weakness Policy Moltres, obviously, because we have Weakness Policy on Coalossal. But after +2 on Nasty Plot and then +3 with Berserk activating plus Life Orb, this thing goes nuts and can have a bit of speed control. So if we're not running the Coalossal option, or even if we are, it can be a really interesting lead. The lead that came out most in the finals was Incineroar Moltres, actually. And they put in a ton of work against the Regigigas squad and the Sun Core. It just covered everything. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so again, congratulations to Wolfey. Let's try this team out for ourselves. All right, let's take a look at our first match of the day, and we've got a very unique team on our hands here. We've got Sableye, we've got Regice, which you don't see a lot of. Heatran is starting to really rise through the ranks, and I'm cool with seeing it. I love seeing Heatran around. It's definitely super good in singles, but then seeing it in VGC is really awesome as well. So then we've got Rillaboom, we've got Metagross, a lot of things that don't really like Coalossal, to be honest. So I really am kind of feeling Dragapult Coalossal for this first one. It seems pretty tempting, to be honest with you. Yeah, I like it a lot. As far as in the back, Incineroar seems pretty decent, being able to intimidate Rillaboom, or well, just Rillaboom. It can't intimidate the Metagross. Moltres seems pretty good, actually. Moltres is coming for sure. So then out of these three, what do we want to help finish up our offensive core? Urshifu doesn't seem bad. It just obviously doesn't appreciate the Sableye, but then again, none of these really do except for Incineroar. Let's go Urshifu here. Leave those two in the back. Yeah, I want to make sure that I've got enough to hit that Heatran just in case that is what comes in. And if I bring Incineroar, then I can't really do anything to that. But, you know, if they lead with it, Coalossal should hopefully be able to handle it. So, yeah, that should be fine. Hopefully this first one will go all right. Let's see what my opponent leads with. I can't read those. Okay, alright, alright. So we get Gardevoir and Metagross. So... traces my steam engine. Wait. That could be a problem. That could be a big problem, actually. How big of a problem is that? If I click Surf right now, this Gardevoir goes to +6 speed. Wait a minute. wait a minute. Okay, so turn 1, I'm going to burn the Metagross. And... do I go ahead and max flare it? I think I max guard. Because I have a feeling I'm going to get a max quake right to the face. And I want to go ahead and burn this before it gets to get a hit off. And before I speed up this Gardevoir. That's not something I considered was Gardevoir getting my speed boosts. That could end up being very problematic. But so yeah, instead of setting up the Surf turn 1, which could end up being really bad, we're going to go ahead and max guard this turn 1 so that I don't take a max quake to the face. Because that could be dangerous, and it would prevent us from being able to set up with Surf, because then we would just end up losing all of our HP. So I don't want to do that. So let's try this. This is not the usual way to lead, but I think that it'll be all right. So we're gonna max guard, hopefully catch a Ally Switch, of course. Why not? Ally Switch is the most terrible invention in all of Pokemon. Like, I hate it so much. I hate it so much that it exists. Yeah, Max Quake. And again, right there, if we had burned the Metagross, we would be fine. And so now it's just, do we click Will-O-Wisp on this or on this? And we might lose our Coalossal either way here. That's just so problematic. Alright, we're just gonna click what's in front of us. And we might end up just losing because of it. Do you click it again? Oh my gosh. This is like the dumbest thing ever. Like, why do people do this, right? Like, why do people do this? Although, yeah, so now goes and takes out my Dragapult here, which is unfortunate. We're gonna immediately take his Hail away and do not very much to this Gardevoir. The thing is, it's impossible to know, right? Like, your opponent could click it or could just not, and so now we activate Steam Engine. Not that it really matters when it's going for Ally Switch, but yeah. So now we're gonna go Urshifu. And we're gonna Aqua Jet ourselves. And I'm just gonna Max Flare into the Gardevoir. We take the Gardevoir out if that's what we end up hitting, or we'll hit the Metagross with a Sun boosted Max Flare if it ends up Ally Switching. We'll just have to see. But yeah, Ally Switch shenanigans are not fun. Like, they're not fun at all. And I really wish that they would ban it from VGC, to be honest with you. I really wish that Ally Switch was banned. But so we're gonna go ahead and get the Aqua Jet off. That's gonna boost our speed to +6. The Gardevoir will still be faster because it's naturally faster. But at least we hit ourselves while we were in the sun as well. So it does less damage. Dazzling Gleam. And of course, did not go for Ally Switch this turn. Yeah, Ally Switch is just awful. I really despise it. So yeah, we take out Gardevoir. And we lose our Coalossal. We don't lose our Coalossal. Wait, what? But it gets a special defense boost. But Coalossal lived on 3? Excuse me? I did not expect to live that. I will be completely honest with you. I will be completely honest with you. I did not expect that. I really expected us to go down to that. All right, so what do you switch in now? Something else that can click ally switch? Maybe? Is that what we're doing? Regice. Okay, well, I mean, this thing might have bullet punch though. I need to scout for the bullet punch. Do I double protect here? I don't think I lose anything by doing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna click double protect here. See what my opponent wants to go for. If my opponent has bullet punch, obviously that's a big problem. But, I mean, it probably has meteor mash. I know it has ice punch because of the hailstorm. And then it has stomping tantrum or earthquake. So it may not carry it unless it's like assault vest or something. I just want to see what this thing wants to do. We're definitely in a tough spot just because of the ally switch. And actually we bait out a protect from my opponent too, so that's actually perfect. And T-Bolt into our Urshifu. Interesting. Okay, so we know all 4 moves, right? Assuming that it has Meteor Mash over Bullet Punch. So we're definitely... I'm gonna click CC on... Nope, not on that. I'm gonna click it on the Metagross because we need to guarantee that that gets KO'd. And then we're going to click... Okay. Into what? Into Heatran. Okay, well that's getting close combated, so even if we activate Flash Fire, that's fine. That's still okay. Yeah, because we still close combated that slot. Yeah, so that goes down either way, so that's fine. And so now we just do the exact same thing next turn. So actually I think we will be able to pull this one around. But yeah, that ally switch was definitely pretty problematic there at the beginning. Ally switch is always problematic. I don't like running it, personally, just because I know it's extremely frustrating to face. And so... Although it can... Well, I don't know why I'd be scared of a protect. Because I can close combat through the protect anyway. And we're going to get a heat wave off on the Regice either way. Yeah, it's going to protect, but it's going to take a close combat here either way. So, I mean... Boop. And then we're going to get a heat wave off on the Regice. It does not KO. It does burn. Okay, that changes things. Okay, I think we lose then. I think we lose then. If they T-bolted or whatever into the Coalossal. No, they went into Urshifu. Why would you do that? Unless, like I said, it has Bullet Punch over Meteor Mash. No, you had to KO Coalossal there. And oh, I forgot I had Moltres in the back. I thought that this was my last one. Oops. Yeah, so I just clicked Fiery Wrath Heat Wave here. Never mind, we're fine. We're totally fine. Okay, Fiery Wrath, Heat Wave. Should be fine. We should be just fine here. Battle's canceled. Yeah, there was no win condition there. But yeah, I would have thought that you knock out the thing that's heat waving there over the Urshifu, but I mean, either way, you were kind of screwed there either way. But yeah, so pretty fun game 1. The ally switch shenanigans were crazy, and that super fast Gardevoir, that's a new one. The trace into the steam engine, wow, that's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into game 2. Second game of the day, and we have another Heatran, interesting, with Celesteela. We've got a Trick Room mode with the Glastrier, but we also have a fast mode with Regieleki and slowing things down. So against my team, what do you go for? Do you go for that Trick Room mode? I'm kind of feeling like you might. Like you might bring that Trick Room mode. And if so, I think we go with Incineroar and Question Mark as a lead. Coalossal seems good just in the back. I don't think we want to lead with it. Incineroar has Taunt to stop the Trick Room, and so that can be super, super helpful. Is it Incineroar or Shifu? I think it is. And then Coalossal in the back with... Moltres doesn't really do a whole lot. We'll bring Dragapult, I guess. Yeah, Rillaboom doesn't either. Yeah, I think this is the play. Bring the Coalossal strat, but not in the front. Just because I'm a little scared of the Trick Room mode. Because I don't think that I can OHKO a Dusclops. At least I don't feel confident in it. And even if I OHKO the Glastrier, then... And even then, I'm really not confident on that, just because that thing is so bulky. Glastrier is insane. But if I can prevent Trick Room from going up, then Dragapult will be in the back to burn the Glastrier, and so that would be really helpful, as well as having Breaking Swipe to lower the attack even farther. But if that's what comes out here, then Intimidate is a thing. Yeah, and we see the Trick Room mode. Makes sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. But we're going to lead a little differently than last time. Just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and put this Glastrier at -1. Any kind of weakening that we can do to this Glastrier is fantastic. And you're going to see that we have Focus Sash and Citrus Berry. That's fine. And we taunt Dusclops turn 1. No other option. We taunt Dusclops turn 1. I don't believe that this is a time to max or anything, but once this thing is taunted, it's really not a big deal. So we can CC into Glastrier. We'll probably activate a weakness policy. And actually it protects. So that's not optimal, because we're actually going to go through that. Okay, that is optimal. Okay, that thing took that way worse than I thought it was going to. Wow, okay. I definitely thought it would take a lot less damage than that. But so this looks like it's going to be a perfect first turn. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely perfect first turn. Yep, no Trick Room, and of course, because of our Unseen Fist, we ignore any kind of protects or anything like that. And so now I believe we're going to... yeah, we can Flare Blitz into this, and then Surging Strikes into the Dusclops. I think that's perfectly safe. Again, we outspeed everything here. We're threatening to OHKO the Glastrier, and it shouldn't feel safe protecting here. And even if Dusclops has Protect, it can't go for it. So I think that was an absolutely perfect turn 1. And this is a really great way to shut down this strategy. It definitely puts a huge hamper on what you can do. So we do see a withdraw. All right, I see you. Into Heatran, that's going to take a Surging Strikes to the face. Oh no. Oh no. Bop. Yep, you're not surviving that. Yeah, this isn't going well for my opponent. This lead completely shut them down. That's crazy. Yeah, this lead completely messed up my opponent's team. And so we're gonna take a double KO, and we still haven't even Dynamaxed yet. So Glastrier's gone. All you have in the back is a Dusclops, which is going to get re-taunted, and then something else. So, yeah, pretty much perfect first 2 turns. I will absolutely take those. And we haven't even taken any damage, have we? I don't think we've taken any damage. We will right here, because we can't OHKO a Celesteela. Our Sash is still intact on our Shifu. We're going to re-taunt the Dusclops and then leave it alone. And we're going to Surging Strikes into the Celesteela, which will most likely max here. Nope, it just cancels. All right, well, quick game 2. Very, very quick game 2. But yeah, we did have Flare Blitz to go for after that. There wasn't really a ton that Celesteela could have gone for there, I don't think. Yeah, I think that would have been... I think that one was pretty cut and dry as far as that goes. So, interesting team. We went right through it. I'll take that. So let's go ahead and grab one last game for the day. Final match of the day, and we see a very threatening team, especially that Tapu Fini is looking very, very powerful. That's definitely something that I'm quite scared of. But Coalossal also looks very good against my opponent's team. I think Rillaboom is a must-bring in this game, especially for the Tapu Fini. That's really what it's there for. And what else do we want to bring? I really think this is Dragapult, Coalossal, Rillaboom, and Incineroar. And I'm trying to think what the downside to that is. Moltres definitely could have some value here. Moltres definitely has value here, though. So I'm kind of torn on what I want. Do I leave Incineroar on the bench and bring Rillaboom instead? I think, yeah, that might be the play. I think we're going to lead these two and bring Coalossal in the back again. Yeah, it's harder to set up this way, but I'm concerned about a Fini lead. Yeah, I'm really concerned about the Fini lead to go against the obvious Dragapult and Coalossal at the top. That's one thing that's interesting about having them at the very top of the team, is that it makes it very obvious that that's what you're going for. And so a lot of times it's a little bit better to lead. It's actually Dragapult Excadrill. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So it wouldn't have been terrible to have led differently, but we would have also taken a Max Quake to the face, and I don't think that that's what we wanted to do. Now we could fake out the Excadrill, but I have a feeling that that's going to max, which isn't the best. So fake out's probably not that useful here. We could also knock off its item. I'm really not too scared of Dragapult. I think I'm going to knock off Excadrill. And do I protect, predicting like a max rock? Is setting up its own sand? I'm just going to Nasty Plot here. This is a little risky. Actually, it withdraws, so that's fine. Whatever comes in is getting knocked off. It's actually the Incineroar. Okay. So most likely a Berry, and that's getting knocked off. So I'm cool with that. And I don't think Dragapult's going to be doing much. Yeah, so it goes in and sets Light Screen here. And that's actually fine, so I'm glad we didn't use up a max or anything. But yeah, so basically Nasty Plot's going to just undo the Light Screen, and that's totally fine. We're going to get rid of this thing, so that's going to definitely hamper its bulk later down the road. Yeah, there goes the Figgy Berry. So that's actually totally fine. No item there for you. And we could also knock off the Dragapult. But like, is that super useful when we could U-turn and save this for later? I think we U-turn here for sure on the Incineroar. And I kind of want a Nasty Plot again. I'm getting greedy with Moltres. I'm getting really greedy. Goes for T-Wave. I mean, but you can't damage me though. Like, I mean, the T-Wave is, it sucks, but like, you can't really damage me all that much though. I'm actually gonna go Coalossal here and see if it'll activate my Steam Engine. Do you go for a fire move? No, go for Snarl. That's much worse. That's much worse. Alright, so we're at +3 now. We're at +3 with Moltres now, which is, you know, interesting for sure. But so, I'm honestly thinking of maxing Coalossal with nothing, which doesn't seem like the best play, but maxing into Incineroar and Fiery Wrathing here. We are at -1 with the Coalossal, which isn't great. We could also have just sacrificed it, clicked Meteor Beam, and just let it sit there. Because I don't really see us getting a whole lot of damage off. But the Volcalith effect is definitely really, really nice. It's gonna T-Wave us. I mean, we didn't activate our steam engine, so I mean, we're already super slow. And goes for the parting shot, so we're now still at +2. Which is fine. I mean, whatever comes in is still taking a essentially neutral Fiery Wrath plus Volcalith. And it's Drill. Okay. So this should do a good, I mean, this should do a lot of damage, right? It KOs Dragapult, does a lot to Excadrill, even through Light Screen. We take those. And this is going to take a Volcalith to the face too. It might survive since we're at -1. Yeah, it's... Okay, it survives that pretty well. But it's also going to be taking Volcalith, which should take it out in 2 or 3 turns. Grassy terrain is not going to help. Okay, it should go out. It should go down next turn. So Drill is essentially useless now. I mean, it's got 1 more turn. We could just double protect here, actually. And that's kind of what I want to do. And the last one is Finny, so that's why we save Rillaboom in the back. That's why we save it, because we're going to need it. We're definitely going to need it. And I think we double protect here. That's what I want to do. This Finny, I'm wondering what the item is on this Finny. I'm wondering if it's more of a defensive variant with like lefties and stuff, or is it like the max option? I feel like it can't be the max option, right? Or at least it's not like what you go into it thinking is the max option. It is a max option for sure. Yeah, we're gonna see the max Finny, which will waste 1 of the turns, which is exactly what we need. I'm definitely all for wasting turns on this thing. Yeah, I just don't want to take a Rock Slide plus Fairy Move. Oh, of course. Yeah, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we get paralyzed there? And watch it have gone into the Moltres. Okay, so that's your live orb. Yeah, we could have... Okay. That paralysis is super bad. So, Drill's gonna go down here. And we're gonna start doing some damage to the Finny. It's not much. It is lefties. Okay. But so Finny can only take 1 KO here. And... yeah, Finny can only really take 1 KO here. Last is Incineroar. Intimidate doesn't matter. So, I mean, Finny's gonna go for the Moltres here, right? It has to, I would think. So, I'm gonna Volcalith into the Incineroar here. And I think I'm gonna double Incineroar here, actually. Please don't protect. They usually don't carry it. Okay, it doesn't. Yeah, it does take the KO there, unfortunately. Could have tried to double, but I don't really gain much there. So we're gonna take a double KO here, unfortunately. So Volcalith's still doing its thing. I'm a fan. But the lefties is not helping. And then we're going to give it Grassy Terrain as well, so that's going to basically just negate it. So we're not in a great spot. We're not in a great spot. We have Rillaboom, Dragapult. Obviously, Rillaboom is great for the Finny, but it's not great when facing down an Incineroar. When facing down an Incineroar, it is very much in danger, and I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. And by a little scared, I mean a lot scared. So, we could fake out Incineroar and Light Screen, but how much does that really get us? I want to try to mitigate the damage the Finny puts out if I can. And go ahead and get the Incineroar just a little bit lower. So the late game setup may end up saving us. I do think that I misplayed the beginning of the game. I think it definitely could have been better. Actually doubling into the Rillaboom here, most likely. Or it went for a Dark type move on the Dragapult. But it didn't matter because we got the flinch, so that's fine. Game's not over. Game's definitely not over. But this being the bulky Finny is definitely a problem. Because if we lose our Rillaboom, we can't knock out Finny. We have no options for Finny. So I have to click Grassy Glide here. And I'm gonna click Breaking Swipe. I've got to try to get this Incineroar's damage down as much as I can. Yep, doesn't affect Finny, that doesn't matter. So if it does end up going for like a Flare Blitz, it's going to do slightly less. So Moonblast going into the Dragapult here, that's fine. That's not enough. At -1, can we survive? We can. Okay. Alright. Alright. The problem is, though, can we survive? Can we also survive a Moonblast? Because this thing can go before us. Yeah, I don't think we win this. I don't think we can win this. Because all Finny has to do is just go for a Moonblast on our Rillaboom. Although, we're Assault Vest and Light Screen. So, maybe. Doing a little bit to Incineroar. It's very, very little. Moonblast. Does he target a Rillaboom? Does. Assault Vest saving us. Okay. And we do take out the Finny. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, we definitely could have played the beginning of that game better. That game was definitely not perfect by any means. But I think we can actually win this now. I think we win. Which I was kind of not expecting. Although, that's... Can we do that much with Breaking Swipe? That's the question. Can we do that much with... Well, actually, we have Surf. What are we doing? We have Surf. We can click Surf as an offensive option rather than a setup option. Let's go! And we actually take out the Incineroar, and actually knocking off its berry early in the game made a huge difference, because otherwise that thing would have been like around like 40% right there, and so we would have lost. And I don't know that Surf would have... I don't know if Surf would have done that much, because I don't think we're invested in offenses. So I don't know if Surf would have done 40%. I'm kind of inclined to think that it wouldn't. But yeah, so GG to all of my opponents here. Really cool team, really fun day. So last week in MemeGC, we had our White Christmas episode when we focused Dracozolt in the hail. This week for our Wi-Fi battle on Wednesday is going to be Green Christmas, so we have a really fun Sun team to show off for you. And then next week is our week of Wi-Fi, where we are featuring viewers of our stream on our channel, and so we're going to have an entire week of Wi-Fi battles with viewers. And so I do still have maybe 1 or 2 spots open if anyone is interested. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and then hit me up on Twitter, which is down in the description below, and we can maybe schedule something. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have an amazing week this week, and I hope that you stay safe, stay healthy, all that good stuff. Here is the code if you want to try it out for yourself. Good old Heckin' TV down there. I love that that is the code is Heckin' TV. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day, great week. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.